Oh man, that was a bit of a delay there, but welcome to Cracking Snap with Dennis and Chi. Um, this is the show where two old guys just sit around and talk about Marvel Snap once a week and how they're doing, and hopefully provide any tips and tricks if we can along the way. Um, I'm Dennis, as you know, one half, and then that's Chi right there, aka Ronan. Just to give you some, uh, you know, early or full disclosure, I'm currently, I think, collector level 2043, and I've only still spent a total of $33 on the game. How about you, Chi?
I'm currently 1654, and that's because I'm actually hoarding my gold. If I had spent all my gold, I'd probably be a little bit higher. Um, and I've thought about spending some money for the Silver Surfer pass, but as of now, I have spent $0.
Nice. And then I gotta ask the question: what's your collector's rank? Last week I was 80, and you were what? You were in the
I
60s,
was
I think.
60. I was 60. I dropped down to 59. That climbed up, went down, climbed up, so I'm back up to 63 or 64, I think. It's
Nice.
yeah, it's been a
La- last
struggle.
week, last week when we did the show, I was like so happy to be at level 80. Then throughout the week, I pushed and I pushed and I pushed, and I got as high as 89 on Christmas Day, and I am currently at 74. It
Was
is
it
so
just
painful.
a bunch of big losses, or was it multiple little losses?
It was a bunch of bad beats last night. Like I didn't really even realize until I was like, because normally, like, I'd been, yeah, I took some beatings earlier in the week. Um, I had to pivot from the electro ramp, and the electro ramp deck just wasn't working as well anymore. Um, because the problem is like, yeah, you could run leech at turn 4, and then everybody quits. So like it's very good at doing what it does. The problem is nobody wants to play a game where they get leached on turn 4. They just so you get one cube every time, right? So like I was like, I gotta find something better to do. So I ended up playing around. I just made some new decks, and then I was doing all right, but I kept slowly getting down and lower. And then eventually I was just kind of hovering around the 80, 83 range for days with different decks. And then last night or last yesterday evening, I'm gonna try and open this up again. I'm gonna see how this works on our lag, because we were having some technical issues here while we were trying to run Snap on my machine. Hopefully this works. But yesterday I got the Super Scroll, and I immediately was like, "This is it. I'm gonna make a deck that's totally different from everybody else's because nobody's nobody's familiar with Super Scroll." Um, and you know what? He was doing really good for a couple hours yesterday, and then I don't know, man. I don't know what happened, but I just dropped like so many levels in my last few games. And the problem with the game is like you can't stop playing it because you have to get the dailies, right? Like so
Right.
as much as I wanted to just park at 80 and never do anything again, you just don't have that choice.
Yep.
And it's really frustrating. I do I super scroll really quick so we can because I think he's an awesome card, even if I'm not using him right. I don't know. I feel like I'm not. Um, but here we go. Here is the super scroll, guys. And by the way, if you're in the comments and you have questions and stuff about the game, let us know and we can try and help answer. But here's Super Scroll. He's a 4 cost, he's a 2 power, and he has ongoing. Has the ongoing effects of all enemy cards. He is so cool, and he's the best part about him is I've played so many people that don't understand how he works. They
Right.
think he's like only at that location,
Or
or
he's an
they
on
don't
reveal kind of
realize,
thing.
yeah, or they don't realize that when they play a Cosmo on another location, suddenly
He
now
gets
no one can play card on reveal cards at his location too. Like the best one that I've seen so far that has really messed with people is I'll play this guy on 4, and then the opponent will play Professor X somewhere else on turn 5. And they don't even realize that they've given me the same ability to lock down a location. And then they're surprised when they can no longer recruit to that one. It's caused some retreats, but so what I've done is to not like make him super overtly like terrible. I actually put him in a deck that doesn't feature ongoing cards. So he's kind of like,
yeah.
it's kind of like instead of putting Enchantress in your deck, and Enchantress doesn't really get to do much a lot of times,
Right.
he's in your deck to just completely copy everything.
Right.
And it's really devastating. The only time I've seen him not be super, super effective is against Patriot. It doesn't benefit me to
Because you
copy
don't
Patriot
have because you don't
because I
have the
don't
card.
have cards with
Yeah.
no abilities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what I did is I kind of revised my old hand deck, which was all about pumping up the collector. Sorry, in there, but I also am using that brand new. Oops, shoot! I did not mean to remove him. I'm using that brand new Nick Fury card that we all got for the Winterfest, and I decided that Nick Fury is better than Moon Girl. Oh man, what did I get rid of Moon Girl also? Damn it! Why am I
Yes,
getting
you
rid
did.
of all the cards in my deck right now? That's an accident. It was an accident.
Right there.
Go back in there. So Nick Fury, on reveal, add 3 random 6 cards to your hand. He's a 5 cost, 7 power. The reality is, like Moon Girl, you don't ever actually want to add more than 3 cards, anyways, because then you can't draw. So the cool thing about Nick Fury is that 7 power is pretty beefy, but he's also giving you something to end your game if you didn't get Devil Dinosaur on turn 5. It's
Or if
pretty
you
cool.
did, you can replenish your hand on
You can
turn
replenish your hand.
6.
Yes. And he's a 7, and you can put out a 1 with him.
Right.
Exactly. All right. So here's one demo. We're going to just do one game with this and see how. Oh, look at that. I drew Super Scroll. That means I'll probably lose because I just, as excited as I get with him, I always screw up. Agent 13 on the right
Ooh.
hand side. Let's see. I got Wanda. I don't know. I kind of want to get rid of the rocks, but I kind of
Yeah.
should save her. I don't know. I'll get rid of the rocks. The rocks are annoying me. I don't like using Wanda early though. I prefer to save her for like Limbo or something.
Yeah. Well, that's a good one to
Ugh.
change too.
If I can make it. Oh man, look at
Oh,
the right hand side. Ugh. I don't know. What am I doing here? What do you think? Should I go on the right or should I go on the left?
go on the right because 4 you do Super Scroll, 5 you do Vision. You can always use Vision to jump over. No, I mean go on the left. Go on the left.
Well, you say go on the right, and then
Oh, I
you
did.
know
I'm
I
sorry. I
mean
meant
I
I meant go
mean
on the
the.
left. I was saying you can use Vision to go over.
You're right. You're right. You're right. All right, Super
Oh,
Scroll. Okay, cool. He killed that.
no, he
Uh
didn't. Because you have Cosmo. You had
oh
priority over
yeah.
me.
Duh. I kind of screwed him, didn't I?
Yep. So
So it's
Super
Super Scroll
Scroll.
here.
Yep.
I don't think he got it, bro. Oh, well, that's okay. And he can't do anything with that either. Is he not understanding what's going on here?
Unless you can double drop.
I'm in a snap right now.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys got any ongoings you want me to have? That'd be great. Please feel free to give me some ongoings. So it's
It's,
kind of like a good
it's gonna be
cards deck.
hilarious if he drops a Professor X on the middle, but no,
If he drops Professor X,
it's
I
game
win.
over. Yeah, I know.
and he doesn't realize that. That's the best part about Super Scroll.
Oh, that's the worst. Oh,
That's stupid. Yeah, cool. Good job, bro. I'm probably just gonna go over here,
yeah,
and then I'm just gonna do that.
yeah, and
And
that should be
GG,
GG.
GG. Well, Super Scroll was just really there for show. He didn't get to
Well,
do anything cool.
I feel like Super Scroll is more of a counter, sort of similar to Enchantress, more as the focal point of your deck.
Yeah, no, it's true. Like I don't need him when I get him. Oh, look at that. We're at 75. Do you want to see one more with him?
Sure,
We'll try it one more time.
I
Like,
like to see him copy something. That would be
oh
cool.
man, when he copies, it's the best thing ever. Especially when when they're running like an ongoing deck and like they can't stop because like they don't, like what are they gonna do? Not recruit cards?
Right.
And then Iron Man comes out and then they realize what just happened and
Yeah.
they just quit. They're just like, well, that's stupid. So what I've learned is the best thing you can do for you want to guess what the worst thing is for Super Scroll? It's one card. It's one card.
The worst ongoing
The worst card you could do or you could use against Super Scroll.
di- Devil Dinosaur.
Nah, it's Rogue.
Oh,
Rogue becomes the most awesome rogue ever.
yeah.
Um, it's pretty amazing. So what I try to do is uh I try to keep him with Cosmo.
Got
I
it.
try to put Cosmo in the same spot as Super Scroll and Devil Dinosaur. That way I don't have to worry about a lot of crap. I'm probably gonna do. Oh wait, no.
No,
He
he
just
already
he just
carnaged.
yeah he carnage there. Probably do this one
Yeah.
and
Uh,
this. Where should I go? This guy.
I don't know. Should you Moon Girl so you get two dinosaurs and try to?
No, I need to stop the killing because he's gonna do death. See,
Yeah,
he's already killed my guys.
yeah.
It's too late.
It's too late. That's
It's
why.
too late. It's too damn late. Oh well. You could blame my lack of freaking uh Super Scroll or not. I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
He's got nothing for you to copy. Ah,
Yeah, I know.
ah.
That's a GG, guys.
Well, he's gonna drop
He's gonna
Death.
drop Death and She-Hulk. Or no, he's gonna drop Death and something.
Well,
Because
She-Hulk won't win in the middle. You'll win in the middle. So if you
Death
just
wins in the
go,
middle. Oh my goodness.
he doesn't have it. He messed
He was
himself up.
he was hoping for it, huh?
I I don't think he had She-Hulk.
All right. Well, I would normally say best 2 out of 3, but I won those two, so I'm gonna stop that
Yeah,
one.
stop while you're ahead.
I'm going to show you two other ones, and then we'll switch over to your game. So I got tired of using the electro ramp, as I mentioned earlier. So I switched over. I don't know if you've seen Marvel Snap Zone. They put out new recommendations or new top tier decks every week. And so they kind of updated the good cards deck to no longer have Devil Dinosaur and Moon Girl, and it ended up with something like this, which is like Sunspot, Scorpion, Armor, Lizard, Thor. They run Maximus. I don't have Maximus, so I run Polaris instead. Shang-Chi, White Queen, Leech, Arrow, Leader, and Magneto. Uh, you could argue all of these are amazing cards. Like they're just great. They're very useful. They're very versatile. So I started running this because as much as Leech is really awesome on turn 4 with the Electro Ramp, like I said, people are quitting. So I at least get a little bit more out of them playing Leech on turn 5. So I'm going to show you this one because this one actually got me all the way up to 89 in my rank at one point. It really did, and it was beautiful. Oh, Sinister London, I love you when I have Thor in my hand because that is 2 hammers that I'm going to get to use.
At least 2.
At least 2. The question for you, Lizard. Do you put Lizard on Sinister London?
I do if especially if they don't hit 1. If they
All
hit
right,
1s and 2s, then he becomes a liability.
here he goes. 2 lizards on the board. He's pretty beefy. Oh, yeah, that's even better. Now we're going to clear Sinister London after turn 4 and then have
But
more space.
you're gonna fill up your lanes pretty quickly.
I will. I will. I don't have to play Leech on Sinister London.
Yeah, you don't. Nor do you have to play Arrow. Actually, you probably don't want to play Arrow on Sinister London. Ooh,
Well, he's that's fine. He wants to
he's
do
filling
that.
up his own lanes. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you just gotta figure out. You gotta lock him out of.
Am I playing 2 Polarises? I kind of am, right? Because I need the 5s. I need the 5 damage, right?
Yeah,
It's just good. It's just good damage or just good power.
just go power.
Come on, come on, come on. Um, what you got? What you got? I'm playing a Surfer deck, probably, right?
Yeah, you are playing server deck.
Uh
Yep.
oh. Uh
No,
oh.
if you leech in the middle. Wait, what's
Now, here's what you do you do this on this side,
yeah.
leech in the middle or on the right?
Uh,
No, in the middle, right?
yeah.
Wait. Oh, I want him here.
Okay,
Don't
sure.
do I?
Yeah, yeah. Just do it.
Yeah. All right, cool.
If he doesn't quit, that means he hasn't drawn into it yet,
Yeah.
or he played it this turn already.
Yeah, he could play it this turn. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. I'm gonna make this a little bit more visible. Oh, okay. It would have been good. It would have been good for you. I don't think that was good for you though, especially because everything else is dead. Um,
Uh,
he quit.
he quit.
There it is. So
And
yeah,
then
that's that deck. It's pretty much just literally as the name goes. It's good cards,
yeah,
and I mean, you know, but again, Leech is gonna get that loss almost every time, or I mean that retreat every time. It's just what
yeah.
happens. And then I think I mentioned to you earlier in the week, or I know a friend of ours, Oliver, did too. I know he was talking about he's been seeing that Cerebro deck a lot. Another deck I've seen that kicked my butt once or twice was a bounce deck, but without the Infinity Stones. And so I decided, you know what? I didn't realize, but at some point in the week, I earned Goose, and it wasn't until I was like doing routine maintenance on my collection to like level up cards. I was like, when the hell did I get Goose? And so I was like, all right, if I got Goose, let's do this. So I made a bounce deck. Are you familiar with how these work?
Using Beast and Falcon to bounce everything back.
Yeah, but they feed Bishop and the Collector
The Collector, yes.
repeatedly. And so this is the one I made. The biggest card in there after Bishop is just Shang-Chi,
Yep.
because that's really all you got to worry about is cards that are doing way bigger power than you. But I'm going to show you this one because this one is actually that good hands one I was doing. After a while, like yeah, I got to 89, and then eventually I started slowly dropping and dropping and dropping, and eventually like it wasn't working for me anymore. And I feel like that's kind of the situation. Like if you play a deck too long, you end up getting matched against people that can easily beat it. I don't know how that's working. It's my anecdotal observation.
Yeah.
But so I kind of I pivoted over to this deck and I started climbing again and it was really weird and I think I got all the way back up to like 87 or something. Um but eventually again something happens. And so like I think it was just when I got Super Scroll, I didn't have anything better to do. So I was like, why not? Well, this is
No,
going to be
no,
fun with Luke's bar.
yeah.
I need to
Sure
win
you want
this.
him on the left? Yeah, I guess.
All right, well, fine. I'll put him on the right. I'll put him on the right.
Because you want to beast Iceman and just let Iceman do his thing over and
Nah,
over.
you actually, it's better to do Falcon first. I've learned that it's better to do Falcon first because it's not like you have a lot of expensive cards later, anyways.
Mhm.
You want to be second so that by turn 6 they're all 0 cost.
Well,
But
but if
it's
you play Korg and Beast right now, you can Iceman and Korg him over and over again. Well, but
yeah,
that might
it's true. You're right. You're right. I'll do it. Well, hell, I'll
and
do this
and
too.
you're gonna feed and you're
Oh wait,
gonna
no,
feed
sorry,
no, don't
I can't do that. My bad. I can't do that. There.
don't do that. Because this is gonna feed collector like crazy. That's gonna oh yeah, you snap and lockjaw.
Yep.
Oh, there you
See,
go. Bishop.
the beautiful thing about doing Falcon first, by the way, is then you can beast Falcon.
Yeah, yeah. I know I got it.
Um,
But that's if you don't have Luke's bar. If you had Luke's bar, then
yeah. So I'm
so
gonna put
bishop.
this here, and then I guess I'll do this.
Yep.
I guess I'll do this, and I'll do that because why not?
Right.
Thanks, Bishop. Enjoy that.
This is like the optimal.
Yeah, this is best case scenario, really. This is really bad for him. Really, really bad. Yeah, you kind of need to do that.
Ooh, that's of all.
That's not best case for him, that's for sure.
No.
I guess I will be doing this again
Yep.
for the rest of the game.
Yep.
I'll put that there. Enjoy. I'm surprised you haven't retreated yet.
I mean, he must have his 6 in hand.
Well, you don't want a 6 in hand with Lockjaw, right?
You you don't, but I think he's just figuring out that he's trying so hard.
He's fishing. He's fishing for
He's fishing
something.
so hard for that one. Oh, good gracious.
Yeah, there's that.
Well, I wonder what you do with Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Um,
Shang-Chi and Goose, and then double Iceman and Korg one more time.
yeah.
He's gonna go first, so hopefully.
Well, not double Iceman and Korg. This time you want to keep one of them.
Oh,
Keep Iceman.
yeah.
All right. He
Wait, how
doesn't
many?
believe me. Why doesn't he believe me? That's
Oh, because he's
rude.
gonna fish again.
You don't believe me. You have rocks.
That was awesome.
He didn't believe me. That's rude. Why wouldn't you believe me, bro? Oh
That's
yeah,
good.
I could have. Well, yeah, Iceman was worth more next to Collector than returning to me because he would have just got me one.
It's +1. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so that was best case scenario. You will never see that deck played better than it was just now.
yeah, yeah.
Luke's bar is obviously the best location for it.
Well, Luke's
Snap.
bar's best location for it once you beast them and turn them into zeros.
Ricky just said snap his ass. I don't know
He
if you
did.
noticed, but
He
I
got
have
he got 8.
8.
Yeah.
I got 8 for that one. So that's that deck. It's pretty funny. Ideally, you want to get Goose a lot earlier than I did on turn 6.
Right.
But Goose can't stop a Lockjaw anyways, so
Yeah.
you know, that's what happens. All right, those are my 3 decks that I've been rocking. The most recent one has been the Scroll deck, which has got me down, I mean, to 74, but now I'm back up to 76 after just playing with you for a few minutes, so that's
You're
not
welcome.
bad. Maybe I need to revisit those other 2 decks for a little while.
I think you just need to play with me on. I'm your good luck charm.
Yes, exactly. So let's switch over to your game sheet and let's see what you got.
Before
What
we
kind of
do, I do want to point out Marvel Snap Zone rated Super Scroll as the uh, I think a 3 out of 10. It's the worst card of tier 4. Is it tier 4 or tier 5?
I think he's series 5.
Series 5.
He might
He's
be series 4.
well, whichever series he's rated the lowest by
Well,
Marvel
guess
Snap Zone.
what? According that might be according to Snap Zone, but you know where I got that deck from? I
Snap
got it
Zone.
from the Marvel Snap data scientist that over the winter break was polite enough to release using all of his data that he's gathered. He put out 8 decks that are considered to be good decks that feature all the new cards, the
New
winter
cards. Yeah.
cards. Yeah,
Yeah.
the new
I
cards, stuff like that.
But my point wasn't that I wasn't trying to discourage you. My point was saying that I think after seeing, because I don't have Super Scroll, so I don't have firsthand evidence, for or against it. But
Yeah.
I do think what you showed me and when what you've said, Super Scroll is a card similar to Cosmo. It's meant to counter certain decks,
Mhm.
as opposed as the main staple, because you can't
Yeah.
guarantee that they're going to have any ongoings, and so
Yeah, and
I
that's why I put him in a deck that doesn't do ongoing, you know what I
right,
mean? Like,
right,
it
and
doesn't
that's smart,
focus on ongoing. Yeah.
right?
He's the ace in the hole if you need him. Like, is he the preferred drop on 4? No, you want Emma or Moon Girl. Those are the preferred drops, right? But, like, sometimes shit hits the fan, and so
Yeah,
you gotta put something out there different, you know. I do know, like, it nothing is better than putting that deck out or that card out against an ongoing destroyer deck. They just don't know what to do. Like, it's terrible for them. um but yeah. All right, I'm gonna switch it over to you, and then I think you had a card of the day you wanted to talk about too. By the way, thanks Ricky for joining us. um, let's add you to the stream. There we go. Oops, no, remove that. I accidentally re-added myself. Um, and what you got?
so
What's the card that you wanted to talk about today, by the way?
well, I was going to talk about Nick Fury. 'Cause everybody got this card, and I thought about, you know and it's great being signed, autographed. I wonder how much it'll go for in the open market. But everybody got this card, and we've seen this card. This wasn't a new card.
And he's
I
on. He's in my deck with Super Scroll.
Yeah, I wanted to see if we can talk about M'Baku, but honestly, it's so hard to try to pull this off unless, perhaps if you have Lockjaw.
Are you
Uh,
done?
and so and so I didn't have any of my new cards. So when I got M'Baku, I was like, I should be happy because he's uh, uh, tier 5 card, but he's also one of the lower ranked cards. I just got Rock Slide, I think earlier last night or earlier this morning, and I thought
Mhm.
this is a pretty cool card actually. First of all, this is my first Rock Slide, but I got the Winter Vacation variant, and as you all can see, I'm decked out for the Winterverse
I got that one too,
celebration.
actually.
Yeah, and I didn't even notice it until I looked at it closer. It's Rock Slide getting scissors and paper for a present,
That's
and I
pretty
thought
funny.
that's pretty funny. Um, in terms of playing, and then my other card that I recently got was Ronan the Accuser, which is Dinosaur Devil, as I like to call him. He's just the reverse of Devil Dinosaur. Um, so these cards, like I said, trying to fit in M'Baku. Maybe I'll try putting him into my Lockjaw deck to see if he is worth it. If that 2 extra power at the end of the game is really worth it. Because if Lockjaw is doing what he's supposed to do, I don't think that 2 extra power will make a difference. But I could be wrong. Rock Slide. We were talking with a friend about how he can help Darkhawk. But man, that's a lot of work just to try to power something when Devil Dinosaur can do the same thing, but much better, much
Yeah.
easier. So the deck that I still run is my Spidey leader, but I will thank you, Dennis, for the inclusion of Odin has made it so much more stable and so much better being able to run leader twice.
Yeah.
Um, so I do think that that is the inclusion of that card that made this be what it is. I'm around collection. I'm sorry, season rank 64 or was it 63? I think I lost a big one last night because same thing like you. When I hit the 70s, I went through. I think I said this last week. I went through 6 or even 8 games in a row where I thought I had it and they either top decked their card or I didn't see, it was a misplay on my end and they won 8 and so I lost close to 40, 48 cubes just in a row and it just dropped me super low.
Yeah.
It discouraged me a lot and so I also had a weekly it's finally done a season mission where I had to win a game with 40 plus power total. And the problem with control decks is that they're not built for power. Magneto has a lot of power, but a leader can bring some power. But I a lot of games I finished with 38 or 39 power, and it was really tough. So what I did was I switched to a deck that I saw on Marvel Snap Zone. I forgot the name of it, but it's essentially a Jubilee and Wave deck that uses Quicksilver and Domino to ensure those are the only 1s and 2s that you draw, and then the rest of the time you're just supposedly using Jubilee to bring out your big guys and girls. Um,
I don't know.
I
I
thought it
don't
was a
know how I
cool
feel
concept.
about Quicksilver and Domino. Like it's a little. I think the problem I have with it is like Pegasus, Tinkerer's Workshop. What's the one that causes you to draw a 1 from your deck? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Um, Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, there's a handful of locations that make it really awkward if both your 1 and 2 are fixed. But you tell me how's this work for you?
So this deck came from an article about how Quicksilver and Domino affects the drawing probability of your deck. And I believe it changed your ability to draw Jubilee and or Wave by turn 4 by like 4%, which you
Mm,
don't think that's a big deal, but it went up from like I think it was 50 to 54 or something like that, which it doesn't sound like a lot, but Vegas was built on a few percentages.
I see. I see what you're doing here. All right.
So I thought, hey, let's try this. And I didn't copy down the exact data, but from what I can remember, I'm hitting Wave and or Jubilee by turn 3 and 4, 50 plus, percent of the times. And so it allowed me to finally finish. And by the way, because I was a season mission, I had to win a game with 40 plus power 10 times. So that was real rough. So I had to really play this deck and really get the big power out, get the Infinite out, and get Devil Dinosaur out.
Yeah.
Um, the issue, and you said this with a different deck last time, is that this doesn't watch what is happening on the other side.
Yeah.
You're just going for raw power most of the time, and if you have it, you just lead her at the end and hope it's not a Patriot Ultron deck, you know. Um, but uh, but I was able to finally get the mission done, and I got out of this deck real quick because it's boring. If you don't hit Wave plus Jubilee by 3 or 4, even in the article it tells you you retreat. You just don't try to force it.
Mm.
So it wasn't a fun deck for me. It wasn't Was it consistent? I guess it matched the percentage, so I guess it was consistent in that sense. But there's no counters to too many things, um, short of maybe leader. But otherwise, this was not a fun deck. But I had to use this deck for a majority. Um, I also was playing my location deck because of Morag. Um, more A lot of people didn't like Morag because it was really annoying to have to play
Morag
either
was annoying.
I really liked it. I it, I feel that if I had Arrow and or Polaris, I could have climbed back up because or even Doc Ock, because if you lock down one of their if I use Storm to lock a location down and then Doc Ock, then I would have turn, five or turn six to sort of do whatever I need to do, and or I could even do it earlier if I Polaris them and also arrow them. I think there's a lot of ways to really lock them down, and I was really looking forward to it. I even have arrow pinned on my token store, but I got a long ways to go on that. So I don't have a new deck to feature because I was, like you said, I don't want to drop down any lower than 60. I would like to climb, but it's been a hard climb, and I don't have any new cards that I can sort of play around with. I would love to try something new, but my Hella isn't going anywhere at the moment because I'm missing Ghost Rider, and yeah, Rock Slide isn't doing much in any of my other decks. So
Yeah, you
so
know
my
what? Rock Slide, you need Darkhawk.
yeah.
Like I actually got to play a Darkhawk deck the other day because I got, whatever, assigned a random, I got given a random card from
Oh,
to
okay,
my
okay.
hand. And so I ended up with a Darkhawk, and it was on a same game where one of the other locations shuffled 5 rocks
Rocks,
into
nice.
each deck. They retreated. Like, they retreated so fast. They retreated after they realized, like, 2 turns in, that he was only going down 1 or, like, 2 points each
Two,
time.
yeah,
Yeah, 2 points each time, and he was, like, a 20 something. He was huge. He was just huge because our decks are never bigger than when we get that location.
right,
Um, it was pretty funny. So I can see how that card would be good with Darkhawk and, like, Korg.
yeah.
But yeah, I have a hard time with Rock Slide. But I guess if you're playing the probability game, like it's you do the numbers, you can figure it out. Yeah.
Well, I did see a build for it, which included obviously Rockslide Korg, but it also had Black Widow, and then I realized why Black Widow was good for that because it stops them from drawing a turn.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that is, that's it.
Yeah,
It
that's
can
true. Black Widow you want with Darkhawk as well, right? Yeah,
right, right.
because then they can't keep going.
They
So
they
what are
it,
what are all the holiday ones that you got? You got Rock Slide, and which other ones
that's
did you
it.
get?
That's the only holiday
Oh,
one.
I have 3.
Nice.
I've got Rock Slide, Ebony Maw, and Abomination.
Uh,
I will never
um,
use Abomination, but he's there. He's
yeah.
there.
But I did get a cool one that I really like. My Moon Girl variant. She's not a holiday, um, the Winterverse variant, but I like this
Yeah.
variant. It's cool.
Oh, that is cool. So I got to ask, what is the deck that has annoyed you the most this week?
Um, I I feel like I haven't come across a particular deck consistently. The ones that typically I have trouble facing off against are the Patriot decks because my only solution to really Patriot decks are Enchantress. And there was a game where I top decked her on turn six, and they put Patriot, Mystique, and Onslaught on the same location. So I was able to counter all that, and I was able to win. And then a couple games later, I couldn't draw into Enchantress, so I had to quit. So I think that was just more annoying to me.
The
Most
Patriot
of the
deck, yeah.
time when I play a deck, um, I lose either obviously to bad draws, which happens to everybody, or a lot of times it's just silly mistake on my end. I just forget certain things, and I'll put Cosmo in the wrong place, and then I'll block my own Doom from going off, or something silly like that.
Mhm.
So for me, it's just more of I actually really enjoy playing Wong decks now because they're pretty easy to counter. Uh, but Patriots decks are just more annoying, I think.
Yeah, I think the Wong decks are funny because, like, all you gotta do is hold on to your freaking, um,
Cosmo,
you just hold on to your Cosmo and you're good to
yeah,
go. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
yeah. I don't. This is gonna be really bad, but I never knew. I forgot that Morbius was an ongoing. So
I knew.
yeah, I know because you played that deck a lot. But then
Yeah.
wasn't until one day I accidentally played Enchantress to play her, and then I was like, oh, that's a counter for Morbius, and so that made discard decks a little bit easier for me to deal with. So yeah, so I don't have a particular deck that I'm uh really just like, oh, I can't believe I'm playing this deck, other than just really the Patriot deck at the moment.
Yeah.
What about you?
Galactus.
Oh,
It's so annoying, like, especially because sometimes I can totally see it coming,
yeah,
and there's just nothing I can do about it because I don't have the cards to, like, put something where he is, or I don't have, the hardest part is, like, if you don't have a Cosmo on, like, if so the idea is, do whatever you can, use, wave, electro, whatever you got to do, Psylocke, to get Galactus out on turn 5 or
right.
4, even if you can. Right? And
Excuse me.
then in theory, all your other stuff's dead. You might have something facing off against him, but it's kind of not that hard, honestly, to plan a Galactus drop, because it's really sometimes the locations just kind of dictate where players don't want to place cards, right? So
Right.
Galactus kind of
Right.
always goes to the most unfavorable location, where people haven't been putting things or not putting big cards there. And then what happens is, yeah, he's only a 3 power, but if say you get him on turn 4, right? If you get him on turn 4, on turn 5, Hobgoblin.
Right.
And then on turn 6, it's death and something else, death and some other 6 drop. And there's not a lot to stop that if you don't happen to have drawn Cosmo in your
So
hand.
so this is what I'm talking about. I played a deck that on turn 4 plays Shuri, and I was like, where? Because I've seen Shuri come out with a Red Skull and then Taskmaster to follow. Um, and then on turn 5 they drew they played a Hobgoblin, so I had a -16 on a location that I wasn't even caring about. And I got so cocky because I was winning the other two. I said, "Yeah, you can have that one." So and I was playing my Spidey leader deck. And on turn 6, I played leader because I was like, "Well, I'm winning the other two." And as soon as I pushed end turn, I said to myself, "Wait, what if this was Galactus?" And sure enough, it was a Galactus. And I looked down at my hand and I had Odin. And so I should have played Odin on 6 just to win that location regardless.
Yeah.
But because I was so used to playing leader, and I really like leader, that
Yeah, leader's hard to not play. It's
yeah,
I have to talk to myself out loud to say,
yeah,
"Wait, what's happening here?" And that's, I think, the problem. Like you said, like, you don't say it until after you
after you play it,
automatically pressed end turn, right?
right. And so,
Y-
so when that happened, I was kicking myself, not because Galactus came out, but because as soon as I hit enter, in turn I went, wait, this is Galactus, and so for me, Galactus isn't as difficult because I also like on my and so because when I'm running my location decks, I have Green Goblin, and that's one of the reasons I have Green Goblins to get Galactus, not be able to play, and also Warpath. Um, anybody that needs a free uh, uh, empty location. So and so with Storm, it takes away that troublesome location, and then they kind of have to try to play on another one. But by then, I may have claimed the other one. So um, I don't I don't get bothered with Galactus. I think it's funny if they can get it going, but it's also another one of those things where if you have to really work for it, right? Because you want to try to get Hobgoblin there so that you can ensure that you have good enough power to win on turn 6.
Yeah. Yeah. It is a lot of work for sure, but you know what makes it less work? If you manage to recruit Wolverine to any one of your other locations
Yeah, yeah.
before that turn. Because then you just got an extra free 3.
Yep.
The other good one is Sabretooth as well. If you can get a Sabretooth out before that. It's they kind of, as much as it sounds like work, like the drops that go in before Galactus are really obvious. Like Nova, you know what I mean? Like just things
Well,
that benefit from dying. Like if they die, you get, cool stuff, and it's just awesome.
the thing with that is if you see Nova on 1 and Wolverine on 2, it doesn't necessarily mean Galactus because that could be a destroy deck.
I know, that's the best part. And it still is a destroyed deck, by the way, because
That's true.
they
That's
run
true.
death,
They could run
and
death, yes.
sometimes they run null, and that's so much worse. Like,
You want to know what's worse than that? When you fill up that the raft location to get a free 6 drop, and your 6 drop is null.
um, it's really cool if you happen to play against Galactus. I did pull that one time on a Galactus, and
Uh,
he just GG'd as best as he could on that one. Like he thought he won, and then null came out, and it's like, well, that was a very
so
fortuitous game for me.
so this is a fun deck that I'm still playing around with. But I call this filled with debris, and it's just me giving them crap cards.
Or are you gonna
Uh,
play with it? I want to see.
sure,
I
yeah.
want to
Let's.
see you play a game with one of your decks here, because
I haven't played with this one in a while because, like I said, I'm trying not to drop too low. But for the audience, I shall play. See if we can fill them with debris. I did
this
play a
is
game.
rude, is what this is. Oh man, I just got Carmitage and a Scorpion. Have fun, guys.
So this is so Black Widow on 2. Um, all right. Wait a second. Why? Oh, that's right, because I'm giving them crap cards. All right. So let's put him there. Ugh. Well, we can do that. So the goal. Oh, that's probably not what I wanted to do, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. So on turn 5, I could do this. Eh, nah. Maybe I'll just do that. And then on turn 6, I will leader this. Oh, I guess I'll do that as well. And that should be it. So this didn't go off as much as I wanted to, which is Beast, Black Widow, and perhaps Iceman, and just giving them back cards, or even Debris, and just giving them back cards to fill up their lanes. But, I did give them one Widow's Bite.
What's your most successful deck so far? Like lately, like this week?
It's Spidey leader,
Can we see
the
it
Spider-Man. What's
before
that?
we can we
Sure.
see it before we go?
Yeah, yeah. Well, this guy's still playing his final turn, so as soon as he's gonna be playing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he's gone. He's done. I don't understand what he's
Well,
thinking
he's got
about.
Lockjaw, so
Did you
he's hoping.
snap? Did you snap?
Oh, oops, I forgot to snap.
Oh my gosh, gee.
This is what happens. I get so involved because I don't want to make a mistake, and then I just forget to snap until the end.
You didn't
That is one
snap.
thing I have to work on. I know. Oh, hey now.
Those are yours. Thanks. Thanks for the memories. Oh, he played them in the wrong freaking order, man. He got rid of the wolf's bane. Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
All right.
I
So
don't
now,
understand. This is why I don't like Lockjaw. Sometimes the thing you need is in your hand, and
yeah.
you're like, but I need to win that location. It kills me.
So this is my Spidey leader deck. This is the new version thanks to Dennis's inclusion. Reminder to include. Oh, great. Here, I'll snap. There you go.
I want Daredevil so bad. I still don't have him. Still don't have him.
He is so good. I never knew the amazingness of Daredevil until I started seeing, how awesome he is. So Daredevil and Dalvier. How do you say that?
Uh, Nid, Nidavellir. Nidavellir. It's the.
All right.
It's the.
So do I play Wave here on the left or the middle?
I generally like low cards
You gonna,
on Nidavellir because I don't like to hit
yeah.
9 power. It's
But leader
dangerous.
will go on the middle, right?
Probably. I mean, do you
Oh,
want leader or do you want Captain Marvel?
no, I want leader because Captain Marvel can come out on 5.
Okay. Do it. Oh yeah, you're gonna Odin. That's right. Duh.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no, you're not.
Oh no. Oh.
See what you did. See what you did.
Well, the
Now
good
don't you
news
wish you
is,
had a leader? Well, you know what he plays.
well, I know,
Oh,
but
you
this
can. I
allows
think
me
you
to
can look.
see.
You can look at all his. Can you look at all his cards or just this one?
No,
I
only
mean,
that one
obviously, you know Hellcow is one of them.
yeah. Um,
You want Emma to get Hella right now.
oh, because I can get. Oh, do I put
Because
her
then
on
you
the
can get your
left now?
cards back.
Do I?
Probably. Yeah, it's up to you. You kind of want Odin to land on leader, right? So yeah, I would put
Yeah,
her on the left. Get that Hella.
but I'm not sure if he has Hela. I think. Oh, he does.
He's got
Oh,
Hella, bro. I know he's got Hella. I see what he's doing. Now the problem is like he's discarded way more than you have.
yeah. So on
So
the
good
right.
luck. Yeah. Yeah, because at least she matches him. Good luck.
Oh, oh. Oh wait,
I wish that Odin would have gone to the left.
I know. Well, no, it
But I
wouldn't
mean,
matter because
it would have just gotten a Hela.
it wouldn't matter because yeah.
It would have just gotten a Hela on the left, and you can't really do
No,
anything
I
about
couldn't
that.
get a hell on the left because
I know that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't
yeah.
have done anything for you.
Hey, I still won. Oh no. Oh
No,
no.
you didn't. You didn't win.
Oh
You did not win, bro. Okay, well, no,
oh no, I did.
no. Oh wait, he had nothing
See,
to
I did.
discard. Oh,
No.
he had nothing to discard in his hand. What an idiot. Ah,
Yeah.
this is why I refuse to run Dracula without Apocalypse in the deck. I've seen so many times that happen where Dracula has nothing to discard, and it's like, well, that's dumb. He lost to his own Magneto. He lost to nothing else than his own Magneto.
That that's a weird inclusion in a discard deck.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
You should not put Magneto, man. If you don't know where he's gonna go, that's not good. I mean,
Yeah.
as evident right there. All right. Well, that was really cool to watch. I'm pretty impressed with that specific game you did. Maybe I'll try to recreate that deck later. But just know that everybody, we're going to be sharing all of the main decks that we talked about today on the links for YouTube and Twitch. And yeah, good luck in the last few days of the Power Cosmic. Um, try to get to that rank you want, and then just stop. Just dear God, just stop. I should have stopped when I was like 89. I should have. I just couldn't do it. All
You
right,
can do it.
guys.
You can do it. Happy
Thanks
New
for
Year,
watching.
everybody.
Happy New Year. We'll see you next week.
Bye bye.